Alright, so today I'm gonna be playing top 5 high ladder decks. Those decks have a lower usage rate than most popular decks, but have way higher win rates. If you enjoy this type of content, leave a comment so I know it, and consider subscribing. Now, jump to some gameplay. Alright, so we are in the game with the deck number 5. It is actually known as Missile Poison Piercing Archer. With this deck, you usually want to capitalize on every instance where you can just spell your opponent's tower and get the damage. For instance, in this example, I'm gonna play Piercing Archer very aggressively to get as much damage of this bomb skeleton as humanly possible. He will rightly just spell it out so his tower won't go down as quickly, and we're gonna just defend this Super Ape and we'll be completely fine. So, it's a good start opening hand, and I believe it's a good matchup for us. Sometimes I'll have to use Missile for Super Ape, but for now it isn't the case, as the game just started and we should have in single cannon always for Super Ape. So he's playing in the back. We will pressure with some manas to force some of on his part, and now we're gonna play Piercing Archer on our own to chip. Let's go. Now we're gonna actually poison, and this poison wasn't the greatest one. There's surely room for improvement, and now he should pressure with Super 8, so I'm okay with overspending a little bit because we are up so much damage early on. In this matchup, you actually want to keep damage advantage and not mana advantage. He will attack in a second. That was actually smart play out of him. Unfortunately, we have just enough resources to defend, and he actually calls the good game. That was pretty quick. Let's say it appears that he is bluffing, as okay, he's not. He actually gave up. We are good to go, and see you guys in deck number 4. Alright, so we are in the next game with the deck number 4. It is actually Brute triple spell, which you will see what I'm talking about in a moment. It's actually a pretty heavy deck when you want to defend all game, and once the opportunity happens, you want to go absolutely all in and use the spells for your advantage. Oh, now the kiting won't be perfect, but he won't be prepared for this earthquake, and so our Brute will go straight to the tower. I'm gonna just try to delete some skeletons to get some more value out of Brute. And actually, I want to kill that gunner on my side of the board. Probably he'll tank with bomb skeleton, and we'll get some even trade. Okay, he actually will harden the process by playing Super Ape. That doesn't matter, it gets one hit. You're actually okay with this deck to take one Super Ape hit, and we have a counter push of our own. Alright, so in this stage of the game, you usually want to kite the bomb skeleton with blue to the opposite side, so it takes damage, and simultaneously we can create a push on our own. So I'm gonna play Mother Devil and prepare an earthquake for his cannon. Actually, you don't necessarily want to get tower damage with your spells. You'd rather just get your push going. So like this, that was good defense out of him, although some chip will be done. And their pretty much goals are single mana time. We're actually good to go to the double mana, where we have the upper hand. So he'll play probably bomb. He won't. The ghost will be on the tower like that. I'm gonna pre-play Super Devil, and I'm gonna poison the gunner so he cannot create a strong push, and that's the moment where we go all in. Even though he planted a bomb skeleton, we are actually good to go, as we just earthquake the building, and our push is breaking through. Brute will be on the tower in a second, like this. I'm gonna just poison the Gunner to get rid of her and get some value. I'm gonna block the bridge. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to, so Super Ape will be getting some shots, even 3. That's huge, but not for us. And I'm gonna try to snipe the cannon, like that. I'm gonna poison. It looks like it's gonna be good game. Right here, he played. Actually, that's gonna be pretty close. And we won. GG's. We're moving on to the next one. Alright, so we are back with the deck number 3 in terms of usage rate in top ladder. It's gonna be Super 8 Bomb Skeleton with double spell and piercing archer. This deck is actually pretty commonly used as it's number 3. That's pretty self-explanatory, and I believe I'm gonna face piercing archer, digger, and probably terrorist deck. So it's gonna be a fun matchup. Okay, he plays a Drunker, which is a fun switch off. I'm gonna just burst through this cannon and play a push on my own, like this. Bomb will go off and kill that stab phone, and our Super Ape will get a ton of damage. So that's a good opening hand for us. Unfortunately though, we don't have many ways to catch a digger, so we'll have to sack sometimes a damage and create a counter play on our own. So in this case I like to play Bomb Skeleton. Even though he has a piercing archer, I have good ways to stop it from locking on my Bomb Skeleton. He will probably attempt that. Like that. No, he won't. He actually will play piercing archer in the back, and that's fine because now we are taking poison value and we will go in with our Super 8, like this. He missed the cannon pull and Super 8 is already on the tower. I believe it's gonna be it, like this. And now we are actually hard chilling. I can play piercing archer to prevent these phone shots, like this. He plays a boss, so he has no mana for a good counterplay, and this game is pretty over already. So we are just waiting for the conclusion when our opponent leaves. And that's gonna be it. Okay, so we are kiting Drunker like this. I'm gonna actually play a bar pot like this. Piercing archer will get a little value, but we are having 2 bomb skeletons on the board already, and we can start our massive counterplay. Now he has to play cannon, and we are ready with the earthquake, so it won't be an issue. Super 8 is on the tower, just like that. And now this game is probably over. We can play Bomb Skeleton, Super 8 to just add the nail to the coffin, and there you have it. Most popular third deck in the game. We're moving into the next one. Alright, so we are moving into the deck number 2 in terms of usage rate in high ladder. As you can see, it's the Geenral Drunker deck I'm playing myself. It's pretty strong right now, as the Geenral and Drunker combo is surprisingly effective. With this deck, unlike other Geenral decks, you actually don't have to wait into the double mana to attack. You can do it in single as well. Even though he's playing a Viking Bridge spam, I'm gonna attack already, as this Super Devil will get a tons of value. And although this attack didn't bring damage, I'm already happy to see a Necromancer, which will give less and less value as game progresses. So we won't see like Gunner or some other cards. We will see Necromancer, which will actually reduce the useful support cards only to Piercing Archer, which we already see. So in this matchup, you actually want to stay on the passive side and wait for them until they play Viking. However, if they don't anticipate your push, you can play General yourself even if they have Viking in hand, because as I said, Super Devil will get a lot of value. Now we might bait a Viking right here, that's like this, and now our Super Devil will have a feast of its lifetime and the General is on the opposite lane. We can even snipe this Necromancer if we like to do, and prevent this Viking from hitting like that. And General is already doing a fantastic job on taking the tower down, and we are having the double mana with a pretty comfortable advantage. So now we are just waiting for our opponents to play, and that was actually very good steal, so we have to actually react to that. I'm kinda on a passive side right now, as I don't have to take some unnecessary risks, and he has to, because if he doesn't, I'm 2 balls away from just straight up winning the game. I'm gonna play some cannon right here, to snipe the Piercing Archer, stop the Ghost. I'm gonna heal my Devil. It didn't work out as I anticipated, so it will turn into an ape. I'm gonna now play a cannon, so he cannot predict my forms, like that. And now I'm gonna actually go in to force out mana. And now I can play Footman Barrel with Heal Tiny, which will close the game, I hope, I suppose. Like this. Actually, Heal Tiny didn't need a ball. GG's. We'll move into the most used top ladder deck. Alright, so here we are with the most used top ladder deck. I believe there's no surprises here. It's Max Brute Mother Devil deck with a thief as a little twist. I honestly loved playing this deck, as there's no golem in Boom Arena. Pretty much Brute is the best substitution, and Brute was played historically with Mother Devil, so this deck has a lot of potential, and it does. It shows numbers on top ladder, and that's why we are playing it today. So, as from first 2 cards, 3 cards actually, after the 5th, I actually genuinely don't know what my opponent is playing. It might be some beatdown as well, however Steelhammer suggests more cemetery play. We'll see in a second. I'm gonna actually go in with Brute. That was unfortunate timing on my part. Mother Devil was supposed to be behind the Brute, and he is still playing passive, so it surely suggests the cemetery play. We are getting aerial damage. I believe now we have to save our poisons for the cemeteries to not die the painful death. Oh, there it is. We now actually don't have to use our poison, as we can easily counter this cemetery with troops like that. And I believe we can actually capitalize on that madness. And I failed to hide the Mother Devil behind Brute yet again. This is unfortunate. However, this Brute will take tower down like this. He went with 2 aggressive cemetery in single, and that's why he's losing the tower in double. Like that. Now, this cemetery I cannot defend, I have to actually use a poison for that, so if he goes in, that's actually a bad play for him, because I will just clean up this, and that's gonna be GG's. Alright, so I'm gonna now set up a Mother Devil in the back, and follow it up with the T-Rex, and the Brute at the bridge. So I believe all hope he has had is gone now. This game is completely over, and that concludes the top 5 top ladder decks used right now in August 2023. If you like this video, please comment down below, consider subscribing to see more content like this, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace.